Alright, today is Sunday, June 29th, and this is what I'm seeing as far as in the markets. Looking at the charts here, uh, very top one is the S&P 500, the 5-day moving average. And you can see here from last week here, we crossed over in terms of the green line above the red line here. And you could see we traded all the way past the 70 horizontal line here, where usually this is where I start looking to unload or take profits. And we have had that pull back a little bit, and now we're kind of angling upward. So we are now at 65.8, meaning 65% of the stocks in the S&P 500 is above the 65%. Okay, the 5-day moving average, that is. So you could see it's ticking back up now since we're going into the 4th of July weekend. Uh, Usually we tend to, the market floats up, so I would not be surprised if it continues to float back up in this area. All right, so something to keep an eye on. Looking at the S&P 500, the price action here. This is where we were last week here, and based on this crossover here, this is where we floated back up, which is good. I threw in the 10 EMA, which I usually tend to use as a stop loss, or excuse me, as a trailing stop. So if it closes below it, then it indicates to consider exiting. So we're above it right now. And then I have the three common indicators here that it's very popular. And I have them here, so just to give you a comparison of how they behave side by side. On the RSI 14 here, last week I was mentioning about a negative divergence, but now we are higher. So because of the strong upward market cycle, it has now canceled that negative divergence, and so that is no longer on the table. We will continue to trade higher in that respect. Looking at the MACD, you can see the histogram bar down here has just started to turn green, and these lines here are crossing over, starting to cross over, but not quite. So I do expect these to cross over going into next week. Looking at the slow stochastics, I have a line on the 80 and 20, and you can see we're back above the 80. So I think not crossed over where the green line crosses below the red line here, so it may continue to trade a little higher. So overall, still kind of a bullish tendency. The bulls are still in control for now. Uh, as far as me looking for any new positions, I'm just gonna try to sit on my hands and wait for the pullback down where the 5-day moving average, where we're under in the 30 area. It's kind of similar like in this area here. So before looking for any new positions. Meanwhile, for the ones that I do have, I'm just going to keep an eye on it and use the 10 EMA as my trailing stop as well. Okay, so that's what I've got. Until next weekend, take care. Bye bye.